I would like to introduce Robert A. Milikan. Born in the U.S. on March 22, 1868, Millikan went to high school in Maquoketa, Iowa. He received a bachelor's degree in the classics from Oberlin College in 1981, and his doctorate in physics from Columbia University in 1895. He was the first to earn a Ph.D. from that department for research on the polarization of light emitted by incandescent surfaces. He was an acclaimed physics teacher at the University of Chicago. Professor Millikan married Greta Erwin Blanchard in 1902. They had 3 sons, Clark, Glenn, and Max. Millikan is credited with determining the charge and mass of an electron. He held honorary degrees of some 25 universities. He has been the recipient of Comstock Prize of the National Academy of Sciences, of the Edison Medal of the American Institute of Electrical Engineers, of the Hughes Medal of the Royal Society of Great Britain, and of the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1923. He died of a heart attack on the 19th of December, 1953, in San Marino, California.
Once upon a time, long, long ago, approximately 10 minutes ago, Robert Milikan came back to life.
Without further ado, I welcome Professor Millikan back from the dead. Hello, Professor. How do you feel?
Well, I've been sleeping for the past 59 years, so I'm feeling well rested and young.
Because of your discovery of the charge of an electron, we now have complex technology such as the technology that we are using right now. Would you care to explain your experiment?
Sure, in the early 1900s, most chemists were looking into the details and structure of an atom. J.J. Thomson had discovered the electron 12 years before I did my experiment. Soddy determined the isotopes and those neutrons aren't always the same as protons. Like many other chemists at the time, I was inspired to research the atom and specifically the electron. When I was working at the University of Chicago, me and my lab assistant, Harvey Fletcher, conducted the oil drop experiment to find out the charge and the mass of the electron.
Please elaborate on the experiment.
Well, I connected a DC supply to 2 metal plates, creating a positive and a negative plate. I attached a telescope lens to watch the oil droplets and a light opposite to it. I also placed the atomizer to the above charged plate.
What happened when the experiment was conducted?
I squeezed the atomizer filled with oil. The oil, in droplet form, flowed between the 2 plates, and it started to slow down due to air resistance. An electric field was produced in the bottom chamber with the supply voltage. The electric forces travel to the positive plate, while gravity and viscous forces act downward. The oil drops that traveled to the upper plates were negative, therefore electrons are negative.
Thank you for that wonderful explanation, Professor Millikan. We were able to use your findings for complicated technology such as TVs, computers, and satellites. Without the understanding of electrons, society would have never moved forward. But I wonder, how come Harvey Fletcher never received credit for this discovery?
We made a deal. I would receive full credit, and he could write books about the experiment.
Interesting. What did you do after this great achievement?
Well, during World War I was vice chairman of the National Research Council and played a major part in developing anti-submarine and meteorological devices. I also verified experimentally Einstein's all-important photoelectric equation and made the first direct photoelectric determination of Planck's constant.
But weren't you trying to prove Einstein wrong?
Well, it looks like it's time to go.
Well, there you have it. Good night, folks.